What's up, this is Skychief from the Ruggeds.
This is Griimsen for the Ruggeds. We are at Lille. I actually don't remember the name of the theater, which is kind of bad on my part, but we are in Lille, France.
We had Groove the Show, a new show that we made with a different collective called Ghetto Funk. And yeah, we created the show last year. And this is our last show from the tour, actually.
How did you feel it?
Hey, I was, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit skeptic because it's always different in a different country because culture is different, so you don't know how they're gonna, reciprocate or understand what's going on and how they're gonna react to it. But it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Everybody was they were interactive. They joined in. You know, that was nice. Standing ovation, which was really nice. So I was pleasantly surprised. Yeah. Groove for me is like the most pure sort of representation of your understanding with music. That's what I feel like. When I groove, that's what is focused on. How it sounds and how I move, I try to align it on the most authentic way possible.
And when did you start to groove?
Shit, I've been grooving since I was a kid. My mom, my dad.
Black.
Yeah, I'm black as fuck.
What about you, Skychief?
I would say like groove for me is like it's a feeling. You know, I'm a dancer that dance based on the feeling, the song, and the feeling of the moment, and I translate that into my way of movement. That's an abstract way of explaining it. Yeah.
And where did you get your inspiration from?
I have I'm probably Rico as well. We have like different interpretation and different inspiration. I mean, like for example, roots. You know, it's the inspiration. The way we dance is also because of our roots. You know, and so this is definitely inspiration. And I know for me, different dance styles is inspiration. So you get like different dancers have their own way of moving, and I like to create my own way of moving by looking at different ways from different styles, and I take that feeling sometimes and interpret it in my way of dance.
I had an approach when I started at Hot Stepper Dance Studio. The owners, Karen and Joel, they let me take all classes because my parents couldn't afford them, but I had to learn how to be a dancer. They didn't force me to take all classes, but they told me it'd be a good idea. And then ever since then, I did do a lot of other styles, so I know how to pop. I can do hip hop and house and locking if I have to. You know, knowing the styles itself is one thing. The reason why, for instance, Virgil has the vocabulary he has is because he has found a way to balance the two styles within a natural movement, so it doesn't look like, oh, he's b-boy, and then it looks like he cuts off, like, oh, now he's doing house step, because it just looks natural. So you can tell the reference, but the way he does it is in sync with how he wants the two worlds to match. And then he can actually do it dance-wise, and the same with me. I draw a lot of inspiration also from popping and hip-hop, but I also draw inspiration from like my hobbies, skateboarding, like geometry, shit like this. And I find ways to make that feel natural for me to do. I did a top rock battle at Street Star in 07, Sweden. I was just this young kid, and I did really well. Like, I took out 5 in a row. I kind of also took out the 6th one, but it was just a shock for everybody because they didn't know who I was. And I was still part of Kinetic Soul crew back then from Denmark. So in 2008 at Floor Wars, goddamn. Floor Wars is a very known international 3-on-3, or it used to be. At Floor Wars in Copenhagen, Rugged Solutions were competing. They were already really known in Denmark. Like, we knew about Hustle Kids, Ruggeds, EXG, because they had like really dope battles at the time. And then Skychief came up to me. He gave me props. He saw the 7 to Smoke. He was like, oh yeah, you're dope. And it was weird for me because at the moment, I kind of knew who it was talking to me, but I didn't know who it was because usually all the footage I see, I never saw his face. I could just kind of tell from like the low beanie and like the Puma suedes and like a flannel shirt. It's like, oh, that's Skychief. But I didn't know what he looked like. So he gave me the props. I'm like, oh, thanks. And then I hear like, Rugged Solutions versus Eastside B-Boys. So I run up to watch the battle. I'm like, wait, hang on a second. I just spoke with this man. Oh, so that's Skychief. Oh, and then it all started clicking. And then we saw each other at other jams, like Battle of the Year in 09. And then in 010, they asked me to battle with them. My first Rugged battle ever in 2010. That was fun. And then we just saw each other year after year at jams. And then when you guys did Floor Wars 2012, that was the first time Roy ever mentioned that like I would fit in, or like I would fit really well to the crew, like an addition. But then 2 years later, he asked me to do World Breaking Classic. Back then it was B-Boy Classic.
Yeah. The final against the Ruggeds.
Yeah, it was weird. Like, then we won. I've never won an international battle on that level before, so I was shook. You can see at the end of the footage, I'm standing like this. What's going on? And then they asked me to do Battle of the Year that year. And then after Battle of the Year, they kind of, made a choice in between. They were calling everybody and talking about it and asking if they were down to put me down. Everybody said yes. And then they were like, at the after party, all right, cheers to Rico, our newest member.
Okay.
And I was confused. All right, cool. I guess. And then they were for real. I'm like, oh shit. All right, hey, bet. I'm a Rugged. Let's go. These are like probably one of the most optimal chosen families you could have, in my opinion. Where we came from to where we are now is a pretty healthy evolution, I think, so far. And it's getting better because, going from being young male or like late teens, it's a certain phase. It's very hard-headed and knuckle-headed. You're out there to prove yourself. And you step into your 20s, it counts the same, and then you start understanding the game a little bit more, but everybody grows interest. Now we can do theater production. Mm-hmm. People did random like short films and commercials and theater. Went on to do like big competitions, both in and out of the culture, and do really well. Had to work with certain artists that we just never can outrun from. The name keep popping up, but doing...
We don't speak of that name?
Nah, it's all right. It's all right. Doing World of Dance, creating Adrenaline, going to breaking convention, performing at Apollo Theater, doing US tour, Dutch tour, world tour. It's crazy. Like, still getting invitations to battles and stuff like that. And it works because we are good friends that actually cares about each other. And it's important that we give each other space to also be individuals.
There's no creator. It was me, Anik, Jesse, Samir, Sleman, like people you don't know, Barry, Jury, and was Natasha, and there was like Max. We had like another guy. So a lot of people quit.
Okay.
No, he came later too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this was the first. So we were two crews before, and you had like all the crew, and we had like the younger crew, and we were always practicing together. And then we decided like let's join forces. And then the people I just spoke about, they formed the crew. And then later they kind of quit. And then Dusk came, Squares came, Rico came, Taufik came, Stepper,
Lee,
yeah.
Lorenzo, Laguette.
Yeah, exactly.
Were you there when Lee gave you like the drawing?
I wasn't. He was before me.
Bro, how do you know this shit, man?
What the hell?
I know.
No, I wasn't there, but I was there in the building. But the person that like received the drawing was Nick. So Lilu gave it to Nick, and then he showed us like, oh, look at this kid, I was like, that's cute, man.
Yeah,
and then we said, come and practice, and he's dope. He was dope too, So then he came practice, and then eventually he joined the crew. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's your take on the new generation? Like we know that now that there is Bboy Lorenzo that joined like maybe 2 years ago now.
It's not like. We think about that, everything has to go naturally. So the people that joined, they came in naturally. So we don't search and be like, oh yeah, it's like we need this. It's people that practice with us already, or we know for a long time, or whatever. And then if it clicks, we speak about it, and then they practice, become friends, and then then they join. But not always, it's just a feeling. I still participate, but I just choose when I feel like battling, I battle. So for example, Battle of the Year, that was the last. But I also did a jam in Japan with Link.
With Link, yeah.
So I do some battles. Just depends on how I feel and if I practice enough. So that's it. But I don't feel like I have to do every battle anymore. Yeah.
Me neither. Next project is to lay low for a while. because it's healthy to, you know, go off grid, offline, fix your braking if that's what you care about, redefine yourself, take a break, reconnect, and then, you know, do some more local mid-scale jams because they're fun. Personal projects, working on those as well.
Okay.
That's kind of it. Yeah. Vacation.
You know, we have like this Jams and Gems festival.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Oh yeah,
it's
shit,
in,
Gems and Gems.
Yeah, exactly. It's in our city, and it's at the same time as World Breaking Classic.
Okay.
So yeah, man, if you're gonna tell your people, you know, they should come and check
They
it
will
out.
know.
Come and check it out, Jams and Gems. Really cheap festival for the dances, music, live music, all-star battles, and World Breaking Classic. So yeah, check it out, man.
Press play. The triangle that points to the right, press it. What you hear, try to react to it. The more you do it, the different types of music you do, the more comfortable you get, the easier it becomes. There is no hack, there is no magic. Just do it.
Yep.
But just also, you know, don't compare yourself to who you are looking up to, because they are making it look like this because of their build. Not everybody's supposed to look alike, but the ones that understand what you're doing and it feels good, that's what it's supposed to look like. That's how people start liking it. And some people just have extra sauce, and some people have like extra steps. Some people are more creative. Some people have a doper swag. It's different. Just enjoy it. That's the hack.
That's what it is, man.
That is the hack.
That's well spoken, bro.
Thank you very much, guys.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
You're welcome.